All looks good.
Thanks, Derek. Good evening, everyone. Tonight is January 9th, 2024. Happy New Year to you all. As you can tell, I'm sitting here in candlelight. We lost power at our house 5 minutes before this meeting started. And I'm going to take myself off of the video to conserve battery power, but otherwise, we are here. And Tracy, could you take roll call, please?
Absolutely. Leibold?
Present.
Park?
Here.
Sittig?
Here.
Smith? Wason?
Here.
Thank you. Item 4 is the consent agenda. Normally, gentlemen, new council members, by the way, welcome to our meetings, and they are not always like this, I promise. Is there anything on this consent agenda that you want to pull out and talk about separately? Otherwise, we will run this agenda item together.
Move we approve the consent agenda. Second.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Brian. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Tracy, you're on mute.
Point of order. We did not approve the agenda.
Oh, we jumped right over that. All right, sorry about that. Let's go back and approve this agenda. I don't believe there is anything changing about that.
So moved. Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? All right, item 4 now, consent agenda. Let's do this over again.
I'll make the motion again.
Thanks, Eric.
I'll second again.
Thanks, Brian. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 5 is our public comment time. This is a time for anyone to bring a question or comment to council that's not already set aside in our council agenda anywhere. Anyone from the public? I believe I see anyone there. Tracy, do we have any communication or anything for public comment?
Not that I'm aware of.
All right, thank you. I'll close the public comment period. Item 6 is our engineer's report. Josiah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank you. A couple updates. Construction projects underway. City Hall, the electrical switchgear has been installed, and the elevator installation will follow shortly since that's now up and running. Outside, most of the plaza area work is winding down. There is a little bit of perforated metal screening and canopy paneling that may still go up depending on the weather. The remainder of that work in the plaza will wait until the spring. And inside, upstairs, the ceilings and glass doors have been installed. Downstairs on the main level, the council chamber counter has been placed, and the flooring, ceilings, and glass doors work is underway. A couple updates on projects that are in design. West Penn Street, just kind of a heads up, we'll have a public hearing January 23rd for the West Penn Street reconstruction project. That will go out to bid later this month. Bids are due in February, so we'll be looking at a council agenda item to potentially award that construction contract at the end of February. A quick reminder, this is a joint project with Johnson County. We're cost sharing a portion of that roadway 50-50 with the county. The work to rebuild James Avenue out there on West Penn Street is 100% county cost. And just a reminder, that's gonna build a new concrete roadway. It will not have curb and gutter, but it will replace the old chip seal rural section out there and redo that James Avenue intersection. The other design phase project, Centennial Park Event Complex Phase 1. The construction document preparation is underway. We've looked at and are looking at a couple options, maybe where we can save costs on some of the project based on the feedback from the cost estimation. So we'll keep looking at that and go through that with city staff here in the next couple of weeks. But the next final review for the Centennial Park event complex will be the end of February. We'll go through that review process, and that'll go out to bid in the spring. And again, that's for construction starting after Blues and Barbecue this year. Sorry, I jumped over two other projects that were in construction. Ranshaw Way Phase 5. I noted, I think at the last meeting, that we had a walkthrough with DOT staff on that. They had a couple questions or items, and we've worked through and answered all those questions. What we're doing now, like I mentioned before, is we're going through this process to prepare the paperwork for the audit. And so that will take a couple months to work through with the DOT staff. Last but not least, the streets and maintenance facility, the interior remodel project was awarded in December. And there's a construction kickoff meeting scheduled for later this week with the contractor and the architects and city staff. So that one will get underway shortly. And that is it, Mayor. So there's questions.
Thank you, Josiah. Are there any questions? All right, I'll move on to our city administrator report. Ryan.
Okay, thanks, Mayor. Just a couple things on my end tonight. One, just a reminder that next week we'll have our budget work session with all our department heads. We're starting that meeting at 5:30 and anticipate that lasting 2 to 3 hours. Each department head will be there. I'll go over the proposed budget and ask various department heads to make a few comments on their budget. And then it's really an opportunity for you folks to ask them any questions you might have. So we'll do that next week. We've been working diligently on putting this budget together really most of December and really have gotten into the work here this week as well. So we'll be ready to present to you. And then the other thing I just wanted to mention, I talked to our street superintendent, Michael Pentecost, right before the meeting here. They've been out since last evening, plowing nonstop in shifts. They're having, Michael had suggested that this evening they're having a little bit of trouble keeping up just with the amount of snow that's been coming all day, and then trying to kind of keep up through rush hour, if you'll call it that. Obviously not everyone was in at work today, but there's still a fair amount of travel out there. And so they'll continue to work probably through the night as well and have everything ready and cleaned up for tomorrow morning. But they're doing, I think, a terrific job. I was out on the roads just less than an hour ago, and they're doing well, I think. And we've got a lot of snow. So they will deserve some rest here tomorrow morning for sure. That's what I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Ryan. Are there any questions for Ryan? All right, jumping on to item 8, my report. I don't have anything of significance other than that there's a lot going on, not just in the city, but also at the regional level and at the state level here in the next 3 to 4 months. So I would encourage you to pay attention to those emails as they come out, items that you are invited to. If you can attend on behalf of the city or of just having interest, please do your best to do so. And you'll notice that I do have lights around me now, so my power was restored here about 3 or 4 minutes ago. So with that, I'll move on. Do any members of council have anything to report on or bring to us?
Just got one little thing.
Go right ahead, Brian.
So it's January 9th. One of the, besides Snowmageddon, it's actually a law enforcement appreciation day. So I know that they've all probably been working pretty hard keeping the roads and stuff safe along with the streets department. So just want to give them a shout out for today and recognize them.
Thank you for doing so.
Chris, I have a few comments, just if it's all right. Just wanted to couple of things from my seat. First and foremost, Happy New Year, everyone. Really appreciate this group. Take this opportunity to thank and formally recognize Rakesha Harrington and Ashley Bermal from my seat for their service. Look forward to their continued guidance and passion for our community. So I really wanted to just make that, take the first opportunity that I've been given to do that. Really wanted to say thank you to Ryan and the other department leaders for organizing and the staff for the tour of the North Liberty facilities that happened over the last month since or the last 30 days or so. I was very impressed, not only with the sense of pride and accomplishment, but how our team really displays their daily efforts for our city. So I just wanted to say thank you to Ryan and the department heads and staff for their efforts there. Emphasize a little bit on what Ryan mentioned with the street and plow crew. Excellent work throughout the day and last night and today. Just remind them, please remain safe out there. Their efforts are appreciated. And then finally, just more from a neighbor perspective, couple examples I saw throughout my neighborhood today, just really neighbors helping neighbors, and really a display of what community means, and really to take, that's a sense of pride that North Liberty has and continues to display. And so anytime we can do those things, recognize that and call it out from a positive perspective, I think it's important. So that's it from my seat.
Thank you, Brian.
Sure, I jump on there in just a second with the tour of all the facilities and all of our all the department heads. I was just super encouraged. I've already kind of known we have great staff at the city, but getting to meet all of them and their knowledge and passion was really fun. So I really appreciated that. So I definitely second that and everything Brian said too. So
Thank you, Paul.
Mayor, I'd like to welcome Brian and Paul to the team. And, Mayor, I think back in our day, 4 years ago, we would be in council chambers because we would have walked uphill both ways in the snow barefoot to be there. But, we're kindler and gentler here with our new folks. So appreciate the staff being flexible and getting us on virtually tonight. That did help me tremendously. So thank you.
Thanks, Brent. Yeah, and I'll take a moment here to reiterate what Councilor Smith just said. Not only staff for getting us moved online, but it also kept us off of the roads and allowed the street crew to do what they needed to do. And also to those that are on the agenda here, thanks for your flexibility and joining us online and not making that trip out as well. I'm going to move on to item 10 then, which is our urban renewal loan agreement. And item A is our public hearing on proposal to enter into an urban renewal loan agreement. Can I have a motion for consideration, please?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any questions about this item? We had some great questions that were passed on to Ryan yesterday. I greatly appreciate that.
Mayor, we need a public hearing first, please.
I guess that's what I thought I was doing there. So I'm opening the public hearing. My apologies, Tracy. A
Gotcha.
little out of
Okay.
practice here for a few weeks and doing this virtually. I will now open the public hearing. Is there anyone online that has any questions for us or any comments?
We didn't receive any emails or other comments either, Mayor.
Thank you, Ryan. All right, I will close the public hearing. Move on to item B, and this is resolution number 2024-01. A resolution taking additional action on proposal to enter into a general obligation urban renewal loan agreement. Could I have a motion for consideration, please?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions on this? Tracy, could we have a roll call, please?
Yes, can I clarify who the second was? Please,
Brian W.
thank you so much. Smith,
Aye.
Wason,
Aye.
Leibel,
Aye.
Sittig,
Aye.
Clark.
aye.
Thank you. Item 11 is our Forever Green Road signalization project, and item A is also a public hearing regarding proposed plans, specifications, and estimate of cost for the Forever Green Road signalization project. I'll open our public hearing. Is there anyone online with comments? Brian Heyer, could you confirm we don't have any comments on this for us like you did last time?
Confirmed. We've not heard anything.
Thank you. I'll close the public hearing. Item B is then resolution number 2024-02. And this is a resolution finally approving and confirming plans, specifications, and estimate of cost for the Forever Green Road signalization improvements project. Could I have a motion for consideration, please?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Sittig, seconded by Wason. Any questions? Tracy, roll call, please.
Wason,
Brian, you went mute on us.
Yeah, no, we went blank. Aye.
Park,
Aye.
Sittig,
Aye.
Smith,
Aye.
Leibold,
Aye.
Motion carries. Item C then is resolution number 2024-03. And this is a resolution approving the acquisition of right-of-way from Byron L. Tinkley, TL and L Inc. for the Forever Green Road signalization project. Could I have a motion for consideration, please?
I'll move that, Mayor.
I'll second.
Moved by Smith, seconded by Sittig. Any questions or comments?
Mayor, I would just say, Ryan answered my question on the entrance signage. I just think that we want to be mindful of that. We're going to have a tremendous amount of traffic coming to the new hospital off of that entry into our city. And I think we have a nice opportunity out there where staff thinks it's appropriate to have a nice, welcoming entryway to the city. So certainly something I think we need to take a look at out there.
Yeah, I thought that was a great point that you made, and I also appreciated staff's comment about not piecemealing these as we go along. So the planning efforts for those will greatly benefit all of that. So thank you for bringing that up. Any other questions? Tracy, can I have a roll call, please?
Wason,
I saw his lips move.
Aye.
Yeah.
Leibold,
Aye.
Park,
Aye.
Smith,
Aye.
Sittig.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 12 is our investment policy, and item A is resolution number 2024-04. And this is a resolution approving the investment policy for the city of North Liberty, Iowa. Could I have a motion for consideration, please?
So moved.
Second.
Tracy, you got that?
I missed the second. It didn't
Okay.
show me who it was.
It was either me or Brian Wason.
Yeah, I was in there too, so. Brian W.
Awesome. All right. Do we need any questions? Are there any questions about this, or do we need any quick explanation on this? All right. Seeing
No,
none.
I appreciate the getting rid of as many words as possible. So the repetitive city of North Liberty piece of that, I appreciate seeing that go away.
We can see how you think here. Anything else? All right, Tracy, can we have a roll call, please?
Leibold,
Aye.
Smith,
Aye.
Park,
Aye.
Wason,
Aye.
Sittig.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 13 is our CAT agreement, and this is resolution number 2024-05, a resolution approving the community attraction and Tourism CAT Grant Agreement 24-CAT-003 between the City of North Liberty and the Enhanced Iowa Board that establishes the terms and conditions under which a grant for Centennial Center will be provided. Could I have a motion for consideration, please?
Very gladly move that one, Mayor.
Nice job.
Second.
There we go. Are there any questions about this?
No, just appreciate everyone going to Des Moines and getting this for us.
I will second that. Too shy. Tracy, can we have a roll call, please?
Smith,
Aye.
Park,
Aye.
Wason,
Aye.
Leibold,
Aye.
Sittig.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 14 is Pratt Real Estate Management Preliminary Site Plan, and item A is staff recommendation. Russ, how are you?
Good. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is, and I've got a few shots on that I can pull up if we need to reference them, but this is a preliminary site plan for just over a 9,000 square foot multi-tenant building, 1.5 acres, northwest corner of Jones Boulevard and West Penn. Commercial zoning, urban high intensity on the comprehensive plan. So the site plan and zoning are consistent with the land use. I think the only thing to mention here is these double frontage lots can be a challenge sometimes. You know, it has a frontage on West Penn, but it also has a front on Hayes, also Jones. So, you know, the primary corridor through North Liberty, one of them is Penn Street. And so we challenged the developer to kind of enhance that facade, which is essentially the back of the building. And I think you see a lot of these examples on Coral Ridge Ave with some of those multi-tenant developments being in Coralville at the north end. Some are good, some not so good. But we challenged Mr. Pratt to, you know, enhance that elevation facing Penn Street, which is essentially the back. And he stepped up. We appreciate our relationship with him. He did some enhancements with the building facade as well as landscaping, which is reflected in the current site plan. I think you also see a lot of landscaping that is a reflection of code updates that we did the last couple of years. The only question we had at Planning Commission, which was a good one, is just some of the utilities that may come in on the south end of that building. And the thing that I thought about after the meeting was I think the landscaping that was provided at the edge of the drive-through, I think would screen some of that. But I also think Raymond probably heard that too, and we'll work to incorporate that into the design. So Planning Commission did recommend approval of the preliminary site plan and forwarded a recommendation to you and recommends that you approve it. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thanks, Russ. Are there any questions for our planning department?
Mayor, I do have one. Russ,
Go right ahead.
so for a building like this, are there additional options that he has for signage, or does all of the signage have to be on the front of the building where there's not going to be any Penn Street facing signage? I think of Mercy out there, the urgent care, you know, they've got a freestanding small sign on the Penn Street side. Is that something we've considered? I mean, what are options? Was that an issue with planning and zoning?
Not at all. Actually, they have a sign located, it's hard to see amongst the landscaping, but at the southeast corner, kind of at that corner of Penn and Jones. Actually, our code's pretty liberal with signage, and I think it helps with the design. You can have on-building signage on all of your building elevations, which is helpful if you're a retailer. And you can also have one ground sign or freestanding sign per frontage. So they could actually have, in this case, 3. That may not be reflected on here. They could choose that, but I think that the business that you referenced has that. So they have a number of signs based on that frontage. So they've got a lot of options that will certainly be available to them as they go through the development process.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
No questions for me, just more of a comment when we talk about the, you know, the gateways, the entries into the city of North Liberty, you know, just keeping an eye on the potential commercial developments and things like this when they put together that comprehensive plan. make sure that they go hand to glove together and making sure that they you know, aesthetically look together, work with the developers to make sure, hey, this is what we've got planned. We'd like you to make sure that it aligns, or what feedback or thoughts do you have? Just so we've got everybody moving in the same direction, I think is important.
Yep, it certainly is. And I know Russ spends a considerable amount of time with applicants when they come in to make sure that that is carried out.
Thank you for that. And thanks, Brandon, for your efforts as well.
Any other questions? Get myself back to my agenda here. Move on to item B then, and that's Planning Commission recommendations. And I think, Russ, did we cover that?
Yes,
Or do you
they did
need
recommend
something
approval.
officially to
Yep.
cover? I'm sorry.
Yep, the planning commission accepted, we had one listed finding, and that was consistency with code requirements, and they forward the preliminary site plan to the city council with a recommendation for approval. And that was unanimous.
Saw that. Thank you. Move on to item C then. This is resolution number 2024-06, and this is a resolution approving the preliminary site plan for Solomon's Entertainment District, Part 2, Lot 2, North Liberty, Iowa. Could I have a motion for consideration, please?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any other questions? Seeing none. Tracy, will take roll call, please.
Sittig,
Aye.
Smith,
Aye.
Leibold,
Aye.
Park,
Aye.
Wason.
Aye.
Motion carries. Brandon, go get them. We look forward to seeing what you do next out there.
Thank you,
Thanks
everyone.
for-
Appreciate the support.
Thanks for coming tonight.
Stay safe.
Item 15 is West Penn Improvement Project, and item A is resolution number 2024-07. This is a resolution approving the acquisition of right-of-way from Hickory Point LLC for the West Penn Street Improvement Project. Could I have a motion for consideration, please?
So moved.
Second. The original Brian.
The OB. I think that was
OB.
moved by Sittig and seconded by the OB. Any questions? Tracy, can we have a roll call, please?
Park,
Aye.
Wason,
Aye.
Sittig,
Aye.
Leibold,
Aye.
Smith.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 16 is old business. Any items we left off from the last year you want to bring up here? Now's the time. Moving on to new business, item 17. Anything else out there? All right, I'll just say again, thank you all for moving this online, keeping our streets a little bit clearer, allowing us to stay safe out there. And with that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll move to adjourn.
Second that.
Moved by Smith, seconded by the OB. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you all for smooth, successful first meeting.
Thank you,
Everyone
everyone.
stay safe.